Junior, with today's thought, what you're going to see, this is a very interesting video that I'm going to show you, and it's something that I'm sure you haven't seen in the mainstream media. I'm sure this did not get reported. They just seem to miss all these news items that would hurt Democrats in general and Joe Biden specifically. I don't know how it happens. They just miss it. But to their credit, I want to give credit where credit is due. You're now starting to see some of the mainstream media, legacy media, starting to do their jobs. I can't put it any better than that. You're having CBS, you're having, it's mainly CBS, ABC too, but mainly CBS is starting to really look into the Bidens and all this evidence of bribery, which continues to pile up. And in fact, I know Tony Bobulinski is being interviewed, I believe, this week by the House, by the Oversight Committee. There are now 3 committees working together in the House, which would be the Ways and Means and the Judiciary and the oversight committees, all working together now to investigate all this Biden corruption. Eventually, you reach a point where the mainstream media, unless they want to totally embarrass themselves, they can't ignore it anymore. In fact, it's kind of interesting. An organization, Media Research Center, just did a survey. They asked a bunch of people, where do you get most of your news from? And they asked, Fox viewers, people who watch conservative media were better informed. People who watch, Fox or Newsmax were better informed than people that got their news from MSNBC and CNN. So the ones you asked the Fox viewers, for instance, have you heard about the audio tape about the whole thing with the confidential documents, the charges against Donald Trump? Have you heard about all this evidence of and investigations of the Bidens for bribery? And the Fox viewers, Newsmax viewers, most of them have heard of that, both of those. But the MSNBC and CNN viewers, they hadn't. More of them haven't heard anything about these bribery allegations and all these. So it's when you get to the point that MSNBC can't ignore these anymore and start asking questions, that's when you know that the dam has broken. But what's interesting, one of the items that got one of the revelations is that Hunter Biden got a burner phone for which he pays $300 a month. And what is a burner phone? If you don't know what a burner phone is, that's usually used by people involved in criminal activity, such as drug dealers, and they don't want to, they obviously, if they're conducting nefarious activities over the phone, they don't want a phone number that's linked to them, to an account with a cell phone company. So they buy a burner phone. They buy a phone from, a disposable phone, a phone or a phone under a separate account, not linked to them. The point is that if the FBI or some law enforcement agency gets hold of the phone, they can't find anything to trace back to the person. You use the phone and then you throw it away. So that's what apparently this is. This is a separate line, nothing to do with it was for a special purpose, which probably was for bribery. But anyways, we'll have to wait to see. I don't want to misjudge it. I want to be fair, but as I always try to be. But what's interesting, I said in the title, Ace Reporter. There's a reporter, John Solomon, who has a website, justthenews.com. He's won numerous awards, very straightforward reporter with great integrity. And he got leaked to him the phone number of this burner phone. He got the number of the burner phone, and he called the number. He called the number because he wanted to. He hoped that Hunter Biden would answer the phone, and then he could just hit him with a question. Surprise him, hit him with a question. So I'm going to let John Solomon take over from here and watch and listen to John Solomon as he tells you what happened.
Before it was turned over from the FBI, there had been some documents that law enforcement had gotten through other means. And one of those documents got leaked to me, and it had a cell phone number that Hunter Biden was paid for. So I figured, oh, this is my chance. Maybe I can. I've been trying to get fair comment from Hunter Biden, so I'm going to call the cell phone. So I called the cell phone, and guess who picked up the phone?
Oh boy,
Joe Biden.
Joe.
Joe Biden.
What?
Boy, was he shocked when he picked up the phone and found out it was me. He hung up pretty quickly.
There it is. You just heard it. He called the number. John Solomon called Hunter Biden's, the phone that Hunter Biden bought. Remember, Hunter Biden bought this phone. He bought this burner phone, and John Solomon called the phone, and who answered? Joe Biden answered it, okay? Hunter Biden buys this burner phone, and John Solomon calls it, and Joe Biden answers the phone. So obviously Joe Biden has the phone. So make of that what you will. Just watch for further revelations. As I said, we have now 3 House committees investigating this, and we have the mainstream media starting to ask questions. So all I can say, stay tuned and for further revelations, and stay tuned to me. If you could subscribe, that would really be great. Share this video with anybody you think would benefit from it. But most of all, come back and see me again. Would love to see all of you again. And until I do see all of you again, bye.